There are still parts of you that are carrying the weight of what happened to you in the past. Parts of you that are still waiting to be seen, heard, and loved. Most of us walk through life with walls around our hearts, protecting ourselves from the pain that we buried deep down, often since childhood. We carry within ourselves not only the wounded inner child, the hurt teenager, and the rejected young adult, but also so many other parts of ourselves that never received the love, the understanding, and the protection they needed. And no matter how much mindset work we do, healing and spiritual practices, if we don't connect with those younger parts of ourselves that still hold that pain, we never really feel complete. Just a quick disclaimer before we start. English is not my first language and I'm still learning how to express myself clearly in long form videos. So this video will have quite a few edits. I hope they won't distract you because after all, the message is the one that truly matters, right? Hi, my name is Mary. My friends call me Merishor. And this channel is about spirituality, mental and emotional healing, and manifestation, where I share everything I'm learning on my path of healing anxiety, rebuilding my self worth, loving myself like I never have before, and totally changing my self concept by reprogramming my limiting beliefs and emotions that keep me stuck in order to create a better reality for myself. And today I want to share with you the exact steps that I use to connect with my emotions and or my inner child, my inner teenager and other past selves, because the truth is these emotions are parts of us trapped in time, still waiting to be healed. I want to stress out that inner child healing or connecting with other younger parts of ourselves, not only from childhood, but also from other difficult or traumatic moments in our past, is so important for our healing because it brings resolution. And what I have discovered through my own healing journey is that no matter how much reprogramming I have done on my mind and body, if I wouldn't be present with my emotions, if I wouldn't literally go back in time to meet the needs of my inner child or other younger parts of self, I wouldn't experience true completion. And to be really vulnerable with you, I'm still in the process of healing a cycle of 10 years of severe anxiety and still yet to manifest the life that I truly desire. But I know that I'm very close and I have done enough work on myself to know what really works and what doesn't. Many years ago, I read the book, The Completion Process by Till Swan, a very good book where I learned about this process. But I tried it a few times and I didn't really believe that it would work, that returning back in time in my imagination would really make a difference. And as I said, I tried it a few times, but I had limiting beliefs and blocks around it because I thought that it's not possible. I didn't believe in my ability to do it on my own. From my point of view, the Till Swan process is a bit too complicated. And I would get discouraged every time I would try and it wouldn't work. And I didn't have the means to pay a practitioner to help me. But in the past 2 years, when I started to experience what is called a heart wall, which is high intensity emotions trapped in the chest area caused by the grief triggered by my father's death and caused also by the abandonment triggered by the breakup of my partner that I really loved, I did everything I could think of. Some things worked, but I didn't really see that I was truly making progress. Until I took Till's model, I simplified it and I used what felt good to me intuitively. That's when I started to connect with my inner child and my past selves. And to my amazement, when I started to meet their needs and to save them from the toxic environment they were in, that's when the emotions started to calm down. And that's when true healing started to take place. This process actually works. It can bring amazing results because sometimes it's not enough to feel it to heal it because the emotions might come back. Sometimes it requires for us to find the resolutions with what happened to us in the past. In this video, I will be guiding you through a 7-step process so that you will be following along step by step. First step. The best time to work on an emotion is right when you're triggered. But if you don't have the possibility to work on it in that moment, you can always come back to it later. If you want to work on something that triggered you earlier that day or earlier that week, but the emotion is not active any longer, You can always revisit the memory. Close your eyes, imagine that event in your mind's eye, and that's when the emotions will come back up again. Then find the emotion in your body and ask it with curiosity. When was the first time that I felt this feeling? Or when have I felt this before? Or what these emotions remind me of? You can also ask, how old do I feel right now? Is there a younger version of me holding this feeling? An image might come up, a memory might resurface, or you just might have an intuitive knowing of the part of you that still holds that pain. The root memory sometimes comes up quickly, or sometimes it requires time. The goal is not to force it, but to be curious, open, and gentle. Breathe into that emotion and bring her reassurance. You can tell her, I love you, I'm here with you right now. I love you, I'm here with you right now. Then you can ask the emotion or the younger part of you, what do you need me to know right now? What did you need back then that you never received? Then, if you receive an answer or if you find clarity, you can allow yourself to be that emotion. You can allow yourself to blend with that emotion and express how you truly feel from that part's perspective. You can say, I feel sad, I feel hurt, I feel frustrated, I feel disappointed in my mom, in my dad, in life. Whatever is alive inside you, let it come out. If you have the space and feel safe, allow yourself to cry, to scream, to speak out loud. Even move your body intuitively by shaking your legs, your hands, and releasing the pent up energy. You can imagine the person or people that hurt you right in front of you and tell them how they made you feel, how much they hurt you. Say the things that you never had the chance to say or the things that you would never say to them in real life. You can even express the raw truth, even your darkness. Allow yourself to express whatever needs to come through, but only in your imagination. This is not about revenge. This is about giving a voice to that part of you that has been silenced and is still hurting. You can use 2 or more scenarios to find more healing and resolution. The situation that happened more recently that triggered the emotion, and the initial event that created that emotion. I let myself express how I feel towards the current event and the people in my life, and then I go more deeper to the younger version of me that felt that pain for the very first time. Both versions of me deserve to be seen, heard, loved, and healed. The second step is to embody the higher version of yourself, or what in internal family system is called the self, or simply the parent that your inner child always needed. Imagine that younger part of self standing in front of you. This is your time to tell them what they needed to hear. First, acknowledge their feelings. Tell them that their feelings are valid, that you understand how tough it was for them to experience those moments, but now you are here with them to support them. Then shower them with love, with reassurance, and with encouragement. Tell them how beautiful they are, how smart, how brilliant, how special their soul is. Tell them that you are proud of them, that they are important to you, that they are worthy, and that they deserve so much more than what happened to them. The goal is to convince this younger part of self gently, lovingly, that they are safe, that they are protected, and that they will never be alone again. The third step is to return back in time as your adult self. In your imagination, go back in the exact moment when the hurt happened as your adult self. Stand firmly, protecting your younger self, and address the people that caused that pain. This time you are there as an adult, and you can do what no one else did. You can protect your younger self, you can speak up for them, and you can tell those people how wrong they were to hurt you. Now imagine a magical moment when you simply reach out to those people and with a simple touch, they wake up to the truth of how much they hurt you. They start to feel and see the pain that they provoke to you. They start to become remorseful and they start to ask for forgiveness. As this happens, you will often notice that the younger part of you starts to feel a sense of justice and even a deep sense of protection for the very first time. Depending on the event, to make it even more powerful, you can bring in other supportive figures like your spiritual guides, your ancestors, archangels, angels, Jesus, or other loving presence that you resonate with. The most important part is to make your inner child feel seen, loved, and protected. And remember, your imagination has no limits. You can create the exact experience that your inner child needed but never had. The first step is to take the inner child from the event and to bring them to a safe space, a place where they feel safe, loved, and free. This safe place can be anywhere that you love, or you can create a place especially for them in your imagination. Maybe it's a house by the beach, or maybe it's a cozy cabin in the forest. It can be anywhere that feels comforting, peaceful, and protective. And you can add anything that you or your inner child wants, as in colors, objects, people, animals, anything that brings you joy. Once you're in this safe space, imagine fulfilling their needs, whatever their needs were at the time. Maybe they needed more love. Imagine hugging them, holding them, and reassuring them. Maybe they needed more joy and fun. Imagine giving them toys, giving them a computer to play games on, maybe new roller skates, or maybe new clothes, or even bringing them new friends to play with. If they needed more freedom, imagine giving them that too, allowing them to laugh, run, explore, and have fun without fear. Let them know that they are safe now, that you are here with them, and that they will never have to be alone again. Fifth step. The event from childhood might be linked to events from teenage years and adulthood, because that's how trauma works. It doesn't just stay in the past, it stays with us, and it keeps playing out through repeating patterns that mirror the initial wound. That's why it's so important to go back in those times as well to help those versions of you too. For example, if you were bullied in your school years, you can imagine the better version of those people coming back to you, apologizing to you, and recognizing that they were reacting from envy because they felt your light shining so bright, and deep down they wanted to be like you. That's what I did. And yes, I've heard the idea that healing the root wound can help heal the subsequent related wounds that can ripple through and influence positively the related experiences. But it's also true that healing is complex and individual. However, I can vulnerably say that I have not gone that deep in order to confirm this. Sometimes you may need to work with multiple memories or layers before you feel fully healed. And just know, you don't have to work on all of it at once. You can always come back later and help the other versions of yourself when you feel ready. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself one step at a time. Sixth step. Sometimes you might not know where to start, especially if the wounds are not obvious. And a good place to start is with the daily triggers. Make it a daily habit to check in with yourself and support yourself through this process. It doesn't have to be something big or time consuming. Even just 15 minutes per day in the beginning can make an important difference in your healing. Over time, these steps will add up and you will see real results. So please stop abandoning yourself and show up for yourself even in small ways every day. Seventh step, repetition. You might need to go back in time multiple times in order to create new neural pathways. Your reality will reflect what you still have to work on. It will reflect your wounds until you heal. Healing your parts is an ongoing, courageous journey. Remember, it's not about rushing or perfection. It's about showing up for yourself with compassion, love, and patience. Every step you take towards meeting those parts of you with love and kindness is a step closer to freedom and wholeness. And if you're ready to begin, know that you are not alone. I'm here on this path with you. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Together we can heal, grow, and create the life we truly deserve. I hope this helped.